It's time now for the Page Channel 11 o'clock news for this Thursday, January 1st, 2015. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins here. Your 11 o'clock news headlines here at our top story here at 11 o'clock. Here is former New York Governor Mario Cuomo dead at the age of 82. He died just moments after his son, the current governor, Andrew Cuomo, was sworn in as for a second term as governor of New York. He had a heart condition which couldn't let him attend the inauguration ceremonies of his son, Governor Andrew Cuomo. He was 82 years old. A man prays on January 1st after offering flowers at the site of a stampede that occurred the night before on Shanghai's Bund, as the New Year's Eve stampede on Shanghai's historic waterfront killed at least 35 revelers. More than 76,000 people died in Syria's civil war in 2014, including more than 3,500 children, a monitoring group reported on Thursday. In Pasadena, California, college football is finally done, with Jameis Winston as the previously untouchable, extremely controversial Heisman Trophy winning quarterback saved his worst mistakes but his first college loss was likely his last college game, as Florida State got thumped by Oregon 59-20. Most types of cancer can be put down to bad luck, weather, and risk factors such as smoking. A study has suggested a U.S. team was trying to explain why some tissues were millions of times more vulnerable to cancer than others. According to Reuters report, a specialist multinational team armed with acoustic equipment will arrive at the suspected crash site of the sunken Air Asia jet off Borneo on Friday in order to search for the box recorders. Al Jazeera's main office building the scene in Doha, Qatar on Thursday, as an Egyptian appeals court ordered a rental on Thursday in the case of the three Al Jazeera English journalists held for over a year, overturning a ruling on the case that ensnared it. The Italian Coast Guard said the merchant ship with at least 400 migrants on board is headed for the Italian coast. It has then sailed under the flag of Sierra Leone, has no crew on board, and has lost power in rough seas off the southeast of Italy. An alleged coup attempt in the small West African nation of Gambia prompted the arrest of several dozen civilian and military personnel, an intelligence source said Thursday. Hanning Merchant Marine Company advanced the most in 2 months, leading gains among sole traded companies with operations in North Korea after Kim Jong-un said he's opening talks with South Korea. In Brazil, U.S. Vice President Joe Biden and Brazil's President Dilma Rousseff said that they are pledging close cooperation between the countries as the United States seeks to prepare its damaged relationship with Brazil. Tallahassee-based U.S. District Judge Robert Hinkle says his order on gay marriage appeals statewide in Florida as a ruling released Thursday afternoon says while Florida clerk of courts are not obligated to issue marriage licenses to the same-sex couples. Speculation on an upcoming White House runs around ex-Florida Governor Jeb Bush's family ties to the job run deep as he has signed all his board memberships, both nonprofit and business, and move that helps clear path. In Oldsmar, Florida, the crime scene was one of the grisliest Pinellas County Sheriff Bob Curtar could remember. A 48-year-old woman found decapitated and her normal son accused of swinging the axe. In Boston, the blood has long since been scrubbed from the finish line. The memorials have vanished, and the fund that raised money for the victim is closed as Boston is eager to begin marathon bomber trial and end it. The new California law requires farmers have hens and cages with enough space to stretch their wings. New Mexico's Public Service Company has installed greener energy, generating fat solar, and wind power plants. Its distribution system in order to meet the standard set by the feds for the state at 15% of the year for 2015. The Australian dollar kicked off the new year in a subdued note on Friday in a light post-holiday trade fight. A soggy Europe provided support and expectations that a European central bank will take bolder steps in stimulus this month. In Beijing, after a rough 2014, China, the world's second largest economy, appeared to be starting the new year on a weak note, reinforcing expectations that Beijing will have more stimulus measures that flirt a slowdown that could cause job losses. Chick-fil-A has spent in the beginning of 2015 not just serving chicken to hungry party goers in their way home, but also deal with a possible credit debit card breach. In London, the British authorities arrested a member hacking group that said it was behind the Christmas downtime of Sony and Microsoft's online gaming services. It's because of the problem with ignition lock system that can cause safety problems in hot weather, as the recall covers GM models from 2007 to 2014 recalled 92,000 vehicles. Most frogs lay eggs and although some species give birth to froglets, newborn tadpoles are new to the scent. The species of fang frog lives on Sulawesi Islands in Indonesia, and zoologists have chased it for decades because they suspect it would show this. Study found that birds do slow if they are drunk, just like humans. Research from Oregon Health and Science University drugged the birds and observed about acoustic changes in their songs. The dwarf planet Ceres cannot have a liquid ocean beneath its icy crust, raising questions about the possibility of finding terrestrial life there. Take a look at New England's alerts here at 11:05. At 140 Kinsley Street in Nashville, New Hampshire, second alarm in a 2.5-story wood frame. At 3:20 a.m. early this morning, officers Orderburn and Prezeska of the Chicopee Police Department were responding to assist another officer on a call. While traveling north in Cabot Street, they observed a motor vehicle operated the wrong way in Cabot Street without headlights. Given them, Officer Prezeska swerved to avoid the other vehicle. The vehicle was struck. The police cruiser continued to drive approximately 50 feet, then pulled over after further investigation. Officers placed Joshua Dufresne, 25 years old, of Chicopee under arrest for OUI liquor, wrong way on the one-way street, and operated a motor vehicle without headlights. And he was put in the Chicopee Police Department. There were no reported injuries. On Women's Massachusetts, about Wall Street, vehicle ran into the pole with occupants still in the vehicle, assessing injuries. In the North Andover fire on 32nd Street, commander reported the fire. Peter Channel News Time, 11:06. Take a look at Sports News here. For the first time, the Winter Classic is sharing now. New Year's Day, with college football games actually have something to do with the national championship, is in Washington. Capitals beat the Chicago Blackhawks 3-2 at National Park in Washington, D.C. College bowl games here. It is Alabama leading Ohio State 21-20 in the national semifinal down in New Orleans. At the Outback Bowl in Tampa, Wisconsin over Auburn 34-31 in overtime. Michigan State over Baylor 42-41, and Missouri over Minnesota in the Citrus Bowl 33-17. Peter Channel News Time is now 11:07 on this New Year's night of 2015 year. And we're going to take a look at the traffic situation here, and it is smooth sailing highways, byways in New England there. And we got one accident report. It is Mass Pike on just approach 146 in Millbury. But otherwise, a smooth sailing commute on this late Thursday night here. Peter Channel News Time, approaching 11:08, and now it is 10 now for a little weather report here. Overnight, forecast got a low about 25 degrees, southwest wind about 9 miles per hour. Friday, south got about 30 degrees, west wind about 9 to 13 miles per hour, at 23 miles per hour. For Friday night, most of the coast got a low about 21 degrees, west wind about 5 to 7 miles per hour. Saturday, slight chance of rain between 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. The chance of snow increased clouds below 33 degrees, light variable wind becoming northeast wind 6 miles per hour in the morning. Chance of precipitation is 40%. Little no circulation expected. Saturday night, snow before 11 p.m., then snow and sleep between 11 p.m. and midnight, then rain after midnight. Low around 29 degrees. East wind about 5 to 7 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 9%. For Sunday, rain before 1 p.m. 151 degrees, and chance of precipitation is 8%. Sunday night, chance of showers before 3 a.m. on most skies got low about 33 degrees. Chance of precipitation is 40%. By Monday, most of the podcast got about 36, low about 18 degrees. For Tuesday, podcast most skies got about 28, low about 17 degrees. For Wednesday, podcast skies have about 28, low about 11 degrees. And for Thursday, most of the skies got about 22 degrees. Northern temperature standing at 36 degrees with first skies. And that's me for Peter Show 11 o'clock news on this Thursday, January 1st, 2015. I'm Peter with a have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow. And now the time now, 9 minutes after 11, and Peter Channel will be signing off in the night. And on behalf of the Peter Channel here in North Massachusetts, Peter with us saying, and see you tomorrow morning. Good night.